Okay, everybody, welcome. So I'm super glad to get back to these calls since obviously it's been like a couple of months for me since having the baby. So I figured today we would kind of keep things light and just kind of go over some important things, some important dates, stuff that's going on with Beachbody and our groups and whatnot. And then we'll kind of go into a little bit of like a Q&A because we have so many new coaches that rather than typically on these calls, I will cover a topic like Shakeology retention, or, you know, like how to map out your month or how to brand yourself. And so we'll get to that starting next week. But for right now, I just, like I said, want to keep it open because there's so many new coaches, and I know everybody has different questions, and I've been doing a lot of them individually with my coaches and PMs and stuff, but sometimes it's really helpful to have it, all of us. That's why these calls are so great, because if you've got a question, chances are somebody else has a question and like the same one, and then it kind of just makes it all work. We can kind of all learn together, and some of the new coaches, we just all learn from each other. So it's good. So I will pull up my little, I'll normally do a slideshow. For now, it's kind of just the beginning of the call, but normally I'll get back to doing it for the whole thing. So let me share my screen here. And my baby, just FYI, is screaming and might need to eat again. So I might have a baby dropped in my lap any minute. But that's going to be somewhat standard on the calls for a while. And I know some of you moms are with me there. So, okay, stuff. This is where I got hung up last time. Here we go, slideshow. I'm like so bad with technology, guys. Okay, so back at it today, March 6th. Happy March. I'm super excited for a new month and to get back to these calls. So I wanted to start welcoming some new coaches because we obviously have a bunch. Carrie signed up as coach since we have stopped running those calls when I was at the end of the pregnancy. So welcome, Carrie, Megan, Brittany, who I think is going to hop on some point on her lunch break, Jasmine, and Rob. I'm so excited that this team is like growing all at once. God's doing some big things, and I'm really excited to get everybody on board and get you guys started right. So some important reminders right now off the bat for what's going on in March. I just told them all that it would probably happen, so it's okay. Okay. Joshua, say hi, everybody. I'm not happy. Okay, hold on. I know. Say, we just got a different schedule to work with these days, huh? Yeah, I run this house. Okay. So, are you okay? We got nodded. Are you not hungry? Put your arm away. Okay. So the All Access Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology Challenge Pack. You guys can hear me okay, right? I don't know if my volume is. Okay. Was 3 successful points since it came out. So January and February, they were doing a special deal with a higher commission. Now it's back to 2 successful points, which is what any challenge pack is. The challenge pack is a bag of Shakeology plus a workout program. And at this point, why would you ever just get one program with your shake for $160 when you could get every program we've ever come out with, and anything that comes out this year, which will be 3 or 4 programs for just $30 more, or $39 more. So even though I still take people through the questions about their goals, and we'll get to that flow of the conversation, even though I'm asking them and trying to like because I used to do that to figure out what program would be best for them. And then I would, let's say I would send them 3 promo videos and information about like 21-day fix, country heat, and PIO, and they picked 21-day fix. I would be like, okay, great. So this is how it works. Like you get all of this for the price. And then I go into what a challenge group is and the value of it, what the shake is, the value of it. And then I would wrap up by asking them like, if you have any questions, let me know. And if you're ready to get started, I just need your email and your flavor of shake. I still do that very same thing, but I've changed my first paragraph to say, okay, so here's the way it works. Like, you're going to get, and I take them through what's in the All Access Bod and Shakeology Challenge Pack. So it's like, I assume that that's what they want. And then I kind of explain why that is what they should want, and the hell they're going to have it for a year and all this, that, and the other stuff. It's okay. I just put the camera up. Thank you, though. Oh, for him if he's cold. Thank you. So that is all I'm kind of like selling, even though I hate that term right now, all I'm hooking people up with, because it's the best value for their money, and we want people to stay consistent. The whole reason they came out with this All Access Bod and Shakeology Challenge Pack is because we kept having people sign up with the challenge pack, and when they finished that program, they were falling off. Or maybe they would do 2 rounds with us, but then at the end of it, they didn't want to invest more money, or maybe they did, but they didn't have it at the time. Or like, you know, they just, and like having every program that at the end of that round or second round, you can be like, okay, Steph, or okay, Kim, or okay, Rob, okay, Megan, like, what should be next for me? Do you guys think I should go to PIO after this? And we can like help them. We can continue to coach them throughout a year so that they stay successful. We also saw that people who were having the Beachbody On Demand Challenge pack that we used to have, they were staying on Shakeology longer because, and that's a big part of the reason we're doing this, because at the end of the 30 days, let's say somebody bought the 21-day fix. At the end of those 30 days, they would be charged for their club, their free trial of Beachbody On Demand. It would charge them $40 for this first quarter, and their shake charge would come in the same day. And then they would get that like $15.95 discount membership that we all pay. And it was like too much, and people were canceling their shake. And what they realized is in the one, because we used to just have that 30-day free trial that everybody got, and then like it was all just access to the older programs. Well, now it's everything. And what they found is that the people who were doing that Beachbody On Demand trial before, we had a Beachbody On Demand challenge pack that was Shakeology plus Beachbody On Demand before All Access came out. But again, it's just old programs. People who bought that, they were staying on Shakeology longer. They kept seeing that because with the Shakeology, they didn't, when they were on the Beachbody On Demand, they didn't have that charge at 30 days. It was just the Shakeology. And they were more likely to keep it. So they are trying to do us a favor and help us, well, most importantly, America a favor to end this trend of obesity by keeping people on the shake, because they know they're going to be healthier and it's going to be a huge part of their health, but also weight loss and getting them to their goals. And so now that's part of this. So it will help you guys keep your people on Shakeology, which in turn grows your business, and you have that residual income that just keeps growing as you continue to hit success of getting new people signed up, and the old people are still staying on the shake. You can see it just kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So but I know it's what's best for people, so that I haven't even had an objection to it yet. Like, I mean, sometimes somebody won't have the money that they're ready to do it, but I've never had someone be like, well, I just want to do the individual program, you know, with the shake for 160, because everybody knows that would just be silly at this point. So this is pretty much all I'm sharing anymore. The Shakeology HD. So the challenge pack is 2 successful points for any challenge pack, any program. It's also the cleanse. So you could do the 3-day refresh with Shakeology challenge pack. So get into your Coach mobile app. If you go to google.com and Google Coach mobile app, that is how we enroll customers and send them challenge pack orders. You can just create, like, put in a fake email address like xmail.com and like type in a fake name and then hit shop now, and you can scroll through and look at all the price. Like, you could just be like, okay, I'm going to select, you know, this flavor of Shakeology with this program, and just see what the prices are. You'll see that the 3-day refresh is back there. You can also do all that in your back office just to get familiar with kind of pricing. But all the challenge packs are usually about $160, and then this challenge pack for everything for a year, and the shake for a month, and the portion cups, the portion containers, and the shaker cup is $199. So Shakeology HD, which is just Shakeology, it was always 1 successful point. So I never sell just a bag of Shakeology, because to me, there's just, if you're already spending the $130, then why wouldn't you get like a whole year's worth of fitness for like $60 more? Or before, our challenge packs were $160 or $140. So I was like, why wouldn't you spend $10 to get a program? And then you're going to have the free, you can get the free discount membership that comes with, when you guys like signed up as a coach, it was probably free for you, because when you enroll with the challenge pack, that discount membership is wiped out. So we want to encourage people to start with the challenge pack, because then if they are interested in the shake or they fall in love with it, it's automatically going to be 25% cheaper when the next time it ships. Also, that helps you grow your business, because those people are technically coaches, even if they never coach. But if you get 8 of those people, like 4 people on each of your legs that are enrolled with that discount membership, you're real close to diamond, because you only need 8 discount coaches that are active and like an emerald on each leg, which means somebody who has, you know, 2 discount coaches under them for you to hit diamond. So, and then you're in the top 1% of the company. So you can see, like, you want to have people signed up. Sorry. So Shakeology by itself, I literally just don't ever But if you did get someone who was absolutely like, they couldn't work out for some reason, they were having surgery and they just needed something for their nutrition to heal and recover, or somebody who like, you know, in that case, you absolutely would, or somebody who was like, listen, I'm an avid spinner, or I'm a whatever, I'm a triathlete, and I just need this for nutrition. I already train like crazy. Okay. So there are reasons that you would just sell Shakeology. That's now 2 successful points, which is awesome for us. March. So that's new starting March 1st. And that new all access challenge pack is here to stay. And the all access just for the workouts is $99. And with the shake, it's $199. You don't get any successful points for just the all access bod, but it's there and it breaks down to like $2 a week, you know. So the March Success Club prize every single month. I try to do some incentives on the team page. Like I just did that $100 giveaway for last month. Anybody who hit Success Club send it. Stephanie was the winner. Woo-hoo. So she's putting that towards Summit because she's gonna be there, and I think she's gonna get certified to teach Quarter Force, which will be awesome. And I might be doing that too. So, but the prize Beachbody gives us something every month, and my little cabinet behind me has a bunch of stuff I can pull out. But I've gotten a yoga mat. I've gotten a Coach, you know, Beachbody Coach mug that I love drinking my coffee out of. I've gotten a huge plastic container that we put the whole month of the shake in, and you can scoop it out of there instead of having to open and close the bag every day. So there's just like tons of stuff. We've even gotten like t-shirt, like tank tops and things like that. We all got Quarter Force tank tops a couple months ago. This performance sampler this month, I'll pull out one of the baby. I don't have my other hand right now, but it's like 5 of the samples from the Beachbody Performance line, which is our top-notch supplement. So you guys can try the Recover after you have a hard workout. Energize, our favorite pre-workout supplement, and why I'm here today. So all that kind of stuff. And so you'll get that. Sometimes we use them as prizes in our challenge group, so we don't have to pay anything for a prize. Sometimes we take them ourselves if you never tried them, so that you can experience the crazy difference between the day that you work out with them and without them. So every Monday, there's a national wake-up call. I just finished listening to last week's because I got backed up. And it is a call I would highly recommend every one of you new coaches I would recommend everybody go back to. It is about running free groups and the importance of running them in your business. And she gives some awesome ideas and tips and things like that. I know that I just took a huge one away, and I'm going to do a whole different free group now, starting based on what she said. So these calls are free training, you guys. Like if you want to grow in the business, I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Like, oh my gosh, there's a team call to stay on, this national. I don't want you to do that. I want you spending your time doing the most important thing, which is those 4 vital behaviors, like inviting and getting in your own workout and shake. The things I'm telling you never come before the vitals. But if you have, like, my personal development for today will be that national wake-up call, because you get to hear a top coach, guys, tippity top. This is not just anybody else or even a me or anything like that. It's a top coach who's on there telling you, like, they've made it up to the top, and they tell you how they did it. And there's a different topic each week. If you have an iPhone, hit podcast, look for Team Beachbody, and you can subscribe to it. You can go to the feed, and I download them at my house, and then I listen to them when I'm out in the car driving around, so that I'm maximizing my time and multitasking, or when I'm doing the dishes or I'm cleaning. So there is one today at 11. It just happened at 11. They're live, but you don't have to listen to them live. You can just go back and listen to them. If you fast forward through like the coach announcements and things like that, make sure you stop in time to listen to that coach introduce themselves. It's very inspiring to hear that they all started. Many of them were like, you know, I was pregnant and I wasn't married, and I was bankrupt. My family had no house. I lost my job, and you know, all these things that you think that these people are different than you. And when you hear that they're not any different than you, and everybody started right where you are, it really inspires you. So those calls are super, super important, and you will find coaches that you're like, oh my gosh, the story is so much like mine. You will find people to follow like those coaches, and it will help you in your journey. Trust me, because I've gotten some of my own from National Wake Up Calls. And those tips, take a notebook, write them down, and implement them. It's free training, and it's amazing. So every Monday at 11 a.m. So that's kind of just your job to tune into. Sometimes I'll remind you, but I listen to them every week. It's a non-negotiable, just like hitting Success Club. For Saturday, this is huge, you guys. April 8th in Buffalo. If you are down here in Georgia, this is the first time, I think, unless this changes, that we're not going to have one until October again, which is super disappointing. However, something's going on down here, because I just got invited to be on the Atlanta Market Council and to be a board member here in Atlanta for Beachbody to help run the Super Saturdays, which I'm super pumped about. So I'm actually going into Atlanta on Wednesday, and I will find out and report back what's going on. But there's been some changes, I guess. So maybe somebody had to step down and they're revamping it. But if you're in Buffalo, Super, and I will still be able to send you guys like Super Saturday videos and things, at least. And I'm going to expect Stephanie to just do as much as she can of like either recording or sharing or taking some tips and stuff and then like putting it into a short video, because Super Saturdays are 4 times a year usually. Well, actually, Steph, no. Yes, they were. Now I think they're going to do like 3 because of Summit, but they're usually quarterly. It's where you get together. There's one wherever you live within like however many miles. And it is just a whole entire free training. It is live. You get to do a live workout. So you can take your video, like people on your social media get really excited starting to follow you. Super fun though. More important than like what you're sharing with people, it's just you experiencing it. You get tons of training. You listen to some of the top coaches that they fly in from all over the place, and you will absolutely love being at Super Saturday. It's really when you start to feel connected to something bigger. Like this team will help you feel connected, but that makes you feel like you are on this like mission with Beachbody, that you totally soak up the team culture, the corporate culture, and you will meet friends. You will start to see familiar faces. You'll feel like you belong to something, you guys. It's super cool. It's like a huge part of my life now. I've never missed one since I signed up. I push these like crazy because I've seen that they always say those that show up, go up. So if you show up to these events, if you show up to yourself, you will rise up in the business. And I'm definitely living proof of that. Everybody else on my coach's team does not go to these. My coach herself does not go to these. And there's a huge difference in where I am and where they are. And when those tough times come, you guys, like if you build your foundation on the rock, it's going to be so much different than if you got that shaky foundation. So when you go to these things and you get connected, it will help you through those tough times. And I was sick and super pregnant at the last one, and I had every excuse not to go. Like, I mean, pouring out of my nose, and I just felt like I needed to go, but I didn't know why. No one that I knew was going. I went there, and the coach they flew in was also 30. I was 34 weeks pregnant. She was 35 weeks pregnant. And she shared about how hard it was at that point in her, but you guys, I was sitting there bawling. Like, I knew that God sent her to me, that I went up to her after and was like, if for no one else in this room, you totally touched my life today and changed my business this month. Like, every time I show up, I'm never disappointed. Oh my gosh, I'm still a weepy mess. So anyways, my whole point, go. They're like $20 too. It's so worth the investment, just even for the workout, a free workout and for the fun. And there's usually a PD swap table where you can like swap out an old book and get a new personal development book. There's a Shakeology bar. It's like a tiny taste of Summit and how cool Summit is. So Steph can kind of tell you how sweet it is too. Summit is July 13th through the 16th this year. Summit is our annual conference. It is the biggest thing Beachbody does. We pull out all the stops. Stephanie, unmute yourself for a hot second. Literally, Summit last year was like a Victoria's Secret annual runway show. Was it not, Steph? I mean, like fireworks, concerts. We fly in. Who did we have, Steph? We fly in like celebrities, you guys. I mean, that was your first time. Oh, I think. Tell people like how crazy it was.
Parties that we went to, and the live workouts were like insane. You've never worked out harder than when you work out with one of the live trainers. I actually have a picture of like the floor that I was on, just had like a print of my body because I sweat so much. So it was really fun. And then we just had a ton of fun. We didn't get a lot of sleep, but we had lots of fun. I was nursing, so I left my baby and I had to keep pumping like throughout the day, and Kim was pregnant, so it was pretty interesting, but we still went hard.
We did, to the point that I was working out to insanity, peeing in my pants in between the jumping jacks, because when you're pregnant, apparently you have no inability. You have Stephanie. I was like, Stephanie, I have to go find a bathroom. The little bit's coming out every time I do one of these. It was hysterical. You guys, so much fun. Like, it's ridiculous. And you'll see that I don't hide anything, especially from my team. So sorry if that's too much. But seriously, like, it is a blast. But I was so inspired by all the women holding babies, people who had showed up with like newborns, you guys, like people that were showing up. They know that like the dream doesn't work unless you work. And they were there. And I just was like, we have a blast as a team. We go out to eat, but there's so much training. If I showed you, you can look in our file section for a ton of the notes that I wrote. Listening to these speakers, like you guys will go home and you'll just be like, I want to change the world. And seriously, people who go to Summit quadruple their income within like the next 30 to 60 days. There's a huge, and they strategically place it right in the middle of summer, which is our slowest season of the year. And I can tell you that you will need that personal development being like a kick in the pit. It is August is brutal every year, no matter how many times I've done it twice now. And it was more killer this last year than the first, and Summit's what got me through it. So think about going. If you are a new coach, you will get a free ticket if you hit Success Club for your first 3 months. So that $300 ticket is free. It's in New Orleans this year. I'm so excited about that. So foodies, you get to eat your way through the city, because when we get together, we don't take pictures of what we eat because it's that bad. Health and fitness coaches, like, we know how to party too. So anyways, so it's a blast. Success Club trip. If you didn't know, just by hitting Success Club, you could win a free trip. It's going to be in a couple months to Punta Cana. I won. My saw it completely. I earned it for free. It was $1,200. And when I went to register, I got asked off the wait list several months ago. And unfortunately, my room that I earned was gone. And they only had the ones that were like double and triple the price. And we couldn't afford it at the time, so I had to turn it down, which is super disappointing. But we're already registered to go to Mexican Riviera, and that for free. That's going to be, I'll be there in the spring, and I want some people with me because it'll be so fun. You get to work out live with all the trainers. It's going to be awesome. It is like a huge personal development seminar. You meet all the top coaches. You guys, you go to parties. It's just super fun. It is not too late for you to earn your stuff for free. So I'm going to check, because I didn't have a minute before this call to see if what the FAQ was and how they've changed how they do it each year. But I'm pretty sure that if you hit Success Club every month, that's how they're like inviting people onto it. So just everything comes from hitting Success Club. Even if it's just, Success Club thought, like, you help 3 people, you're at SC6, that is enough consistently to build a super strong business and get all of these like accolades and free things and incentives and, prizes from the company. So, and if you hit it in your first month, Success Starter for the first month, you will get a free call with like Carl Deichler too. That's pretty cool. So team calls are going to be 12 p.m. on Mondays, obviously. For our Fit with Faith team. And then my coach that signed me up, Amanda, she does calls as well. I don't want to overload you with calls. She tends to kind of come in and out of the business. So you'll see like her page might go dead for a couple months, and then she'll kind of pop up and do some stuff. That said, she's been in the business longer than me. She has a good amount of knowledge. She's a great person. And she shared a call a couple months ago that I had no idea how to set up MailChimp and email all of my customers and do campaigns and stuff. And I listened to her call and took notes and implemented it and did my first one. So tomorrow, she does hers usually like every other Tuesday, or it's based around her work schedule. And you got to check her page a lot because she has to cancel a lot. But 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. So she is having one this week. So if you ever can't make one of ours, or, and you want to hop onto that live to ask questions and stuff, she is a great leader, and she is running one on like social media and how to stay consistent, because that bare bones of the business is, if you can't do anything else, focus on yourself and just keep posting on Facebook and you'll still be okay. So she's going to share kind of, and I think that'll be helpful for new coaches. So I don't know why, there we go. Did I skip? No. Okay. So last kind of slide is just March. I always map out my month. If I can grab a hand and flip this around, my calendar, my whiteboard is behind me, and my son, some of you saw this. I sat down to write everything for March the other day, and then as I walked right out to the room, I saw that he had literally formed circles and written over the entire thing. So I don't really have much spot now to put. He booked me for every day except for the 9th, the 10th, and the 16th. So I will be doing a new one on my whiteboard like I always do, because that's a mess. But usually I already did map out my month in advance. So if you look at my February board still behind me, I put Coach Basics training starting March 6th, new challenge group starting March 6th, free group March 13th. I know a month ahead. It's important to do that so that you stay organized and you know when to be advertising for things coming up. So this month, obviously all of us are starting in challenge groups today. Mine and Steph's happening at the same time. So my Post Baby Strong one is starting today. Megan's in that one. Rob, you and Steph are in the March, I think, like Fit one. And so that's starting today as well. So March 6th today is also Coach Basics training starting. So sometimes it seems overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, like I just signed up and I'm in all these groups and I totally get it. I felt the exact same way. You're not abnormal. It's normal to be overwhelmed as a new coach. Trust me. The point of this, like these calls though, and what I want to do today is just to really simplify this for you. Every day you drink your shake. You push play. Okay. So you're proof that product. That's the most important thing. And you do your personal development. I cannot stress, and every top coach stresses, all the new coaches forget about PD. They're like, oh, I'll do it later. I don't really need it yet. I'm excited. I'm feeling positive. I'm good. Until like you start inviting and people start ignoring you, or you get no's, or like you get objections and you just start feeling overwhelmed. Like it literally off the bat, it's the first 3 months of coaching are the hardest, like the hardest, trust me. So you need that PD now more than ever. So I almost quit 2 times in my first 3 months. And guys, I'm a go-getter. I'm an all in. I'm no excuses. I'm all committed. Like I'm a rare bird, and it almost broke me twice. So do PD off the bat. Do yourself a favor. Start reading the slide edge. If you can't read it, listen to audio. Audible is a free 30-day trial. You can cancel it before you get charged that $15, because I know I just recently added that expense. I didn't have it either for a while. I totally get it. You can make it work. Or libraries, like Stephanie said, there's like Hoopla, and you can get like library books that you can kind of do for free. There's always a way. In this business, you have to have the will. Trust me, there's always a way. So March 13th is, so Coach Basics is going to break it down for you. Every day, I just want you to check into your challenge group when you get your workout and your shake-in. And at the end of the day, you do a daily check-in. Okay, so that's most important. If you can do nothing else, do your workout, your shake, and your PD, and check into your challenge group. The next most important thing is to check into Coach Basics training and watch that video. If you miss a day, guys, you're not off the team. Watch it the next day. Catch up on the weekend. Like, it's okay. It's your pace. Perfection not required. If I was in a Coach Basics training today, my video probably wouldn't get watched. I'd probably be watching 2 tomorrow. So what you do though at the end of the day is check in with an accountability post. It's really similar to a daily check-in. So that just means you're telling us, you're going to see the post come up in Coach Basics later this afternoon. You're just kind of telling us what you did for your business that day. So today you guys could write like, chocolate Shakeology, day 1 of 21-day fix, and hopped on the team call, posted on my Facebook page about Shakeology or whatever, and did 10 minutes of the slide edge, like whatever you did that day, just share that, okay? Because we're going to be there to help hold you accountable, to show you, maybe give you some ideas or some tips to encourage you, most importantly, because that's super important for new coaches. So check in with your challenge group first. If you stop checking in with your challenge group, you guys, this whole thing falls apart. Like, we are the example, and we lead by example first and foremost. And even if you're new, like, just working on yourself is what the business doesn't work without that. So I've seen coaches who have tried to work the business side too hard and stop doing their work. It does not work. And I love that about Beachbody. It won't work. So keep yourself at the center. Then we're going to have a free group kicking off March 13th. And all of you on this call right now, Gary might be running her own this month, but a 5-day free challenge group kick is what we're going to kick off. You can do clean eating, fitness and clean eating, whatever you want to do. And all of you are new coaches as ever carry, so you guys will be able, I'll be running one stuff as well, and we'll show you how to advertise and how to just, some people are already starting to advertise, but those are really important because they get people to experience a challenge group before they pay anything. And a lot of times these people loved it, and at the end of it, they're like, okay, so how do I continue on with you? Like, how do I join your challenge group? It's a really easy way to hit Success Club and get to Emerald in your first month. So do your best to invite everybody you guys. Like, you joined up, you're excited, you want to hit your goals, right? Call everybody your mother's sister, your brother, your lawyer, your doctor, your dentist. I mean, like, invite people and be like, I am starting this new, challenge group with my coach. It's going to be awesome. You get every Beachbody program ever created. You can access it for free. Like, you get accountability coaching, meal prep tips, meal plan for the week, grocery list for free. Like, everybody should want to try this. Like, so make an advertisement, and all that is in my free video I just shared about how to run a free group. The coach sneak peek, that's something that's going to be starting on March 20th. And that's just like a 5-day sneak peek into coaching. If you're on this, then you are in that. So I tag people in the videos, but we run it live once a month where I post the video like that day, people watch it, then I post the video the next day. That same week, Thursday night, is going to be our second live team webinar. And so we'll kind of open that up for anybody that's in the coach sneak peek, that's on the fence or deciding, and they will have watched like 4 of the videos, so they only won't know how to get signed up, but they might have questions. If you guys want to end up inviting some people to that you think might be interested in this whole thing or in coaching, people that you find inspiring, motivational, whatever. And then the 27th or April 3rd is going to be a new challenge group kickoff. It depends on your coach. So like, I don't know when Steph is going to start her next group. We tend to run them back to back. So like, it'll be like a 21-day challenge. It would end on Sunday, like the 26th of March. And so on the 27th, Monday, a new group could start. So sometimes we're running preseason for the new group at the same time as the last week of that challenge group is wrapping up, so that everybody can just flow over into a new one. There's no gap. I'm deciding and debating if I'm going to start mine on the 3rd or on the 27th. Usually I already know that, but obviously life's a little crazy right now. So I'm trying to figure out with some in-town guests I have coming in April what's going to work best. So my coaches that are newer, I'll let them know. But honestly, usually everybody has an apprenticeship for a round with the coach. Megan will still be with me for that March and April group where you can go off on your own if you posted for a week and you felt comfortable. I think Rob and Megan, I think you guys will both be with us for this next challenge where you can advertise and plug people into that one as well. So we'll let you know what the official date is for that. I know that was a lot. I know I'm a New Yorker and I talk fast, and I know that I always run these calls too long anyways. So based on all of that stuff, which hopefully helped and didn't add to the overwhelm, any questions, and I mean every kind of question. If you're talking to somebody right now and you don't know what to say, if you haven't really started conversations and you're just feeling a little scared, anything on anything I said or anything at all, unmute yourselves if you are muted and just feel free to ask away.
I think I'm good right now. I just need to get on here on the coach back office and just keep looking at stuff and keep working on myself.
If I can say one thing.
Time then. Last time I just kind of started, focusing on selling stuff, and this time I'm just focusing on making sure I know how to do everything right this time. So
yeah, it's really is most importantly
self in order.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, Megan, not only do I feel right now like I'm just one hot mess that I have nothing in order all over again, I can tell you, and Carrie's probably like, yep, and that's normal, that's mom life, and stuff too. And Carla, because even though her kids are older, she's probably like, yep, and we're still there running the race. So hi, Carla, I'm so glad you're on. So I would say what I heard you say, I just need to keep looking at stuff. I would tell you not to. I would tell you just to be in your challenge group, break your shake and workout, and do your PD. And then just watch that one video on Coach Basics. Because what I did wrong was I started looking at everything and I got so overwhelmed. Like that was a part of it. And I think Carla kind of felt like the same way, like, especially if you're like me and Carla both are not technology people. And so when I looked at that back office, that's still a monster to me. Like I still don't know what is anywhere, like,
Ow.
Yeah. And so I think if anything, it's important to simplify at this, like, I want to simplify it for you guys. And that's why I was, yeah. So really and truly, the way to hit Success Club, the way to get the way everything else works is literally like, instead of thinking, because I got caught up in like, okay, I need to run a business. I need to make a post on Facebook about this. Okay. So I ended up like trying to like tell people what I thought they needed to like hear to get them to buy something, if that makes sense, where you can find coaches like Carrie and like Brittany, even though she's brand new, she's been a challenger for so long that the heart, it's just full. I don't feel like they have an agenda behind their post. I have been guilty of having an agenda behind my posts so many times, especially in my first 3 months of coaching, because I came in as a coach and a challenger day one, and I did not understand like how much these challenge groups are. When you found that when they help you, like when they're changing, the personal development is changing your life like it is mine right now, that I'm like fully committed to it. I can't help but share that stuff. And then it's real. It's not like, okay, some chick just gave me an objection financially, so I'm going to hop on Facebook and say, you need to invest in all you people who say that you don't have money for this and like you're out there buying a coffee. Then it becomes you're that person that nobody wants to be friends with. You know what I mean? And Beachbody is different. So if I would say anything, it's simplify. And when you work on yourself and you start hashtagging, like it's the basics. I'm going to do it today, day one, hashtag 21 day fix, hashtag like, whatever, one day at a time, whatever resonates with you, like, and just put that out there. When you're doing your personal development, whether you're listening to it while you drive or you're reading it and like you're like, man, that's good, or I wish I would have heard that, share it on a video, or just share it, copy and paste the line and just make it even without a picture if you want. Like that's fine too. People want your page to add value to their life. If you do that, they will keep coming back to your page. They will see your other posts. They will follow you. But honestly, if there's anything I can tell you today, think of 4 things, not Beachbody, that make you right now. Like, what is your life? What do you love? And make sure that those are 80% of your posts on social media. Like Beachbody should be 10 to 20%. We don't want it to be a bomb. We don't want you to feel like you said there's an agenda. Just do the challenge group, drink the shake, how you're feeling. Like you already are posting about like your daughter and stuff, how you're feeling, the changes. Like Carrie's posting. I loved her post about like, I didn't even think I could do this program, like Quarter Force, and here I am halfway through it. Like, she's just talking to herself. Like they say, just view social media if you can, like a journal or a diary. Like, if you're struggling with something, do your best to put it out there. That's why you need personal development. If you're not perfect, if you're about to take a picture and be like, because this is real life. And because I earned it, and because I'm tired of living that life where I feel guilty about it, like I have to earn it. I don't have to earn it. Well, okay, so I just, you know what I mean? Anyways, so just simplify it. I think just work on yourself and those things that you're like, maybe right now that's a great post. Like I'm that person that always feels like I have to like figure it all out. And sometimes I just waste so much time like trying to like get it all in order that I don't actually, right, like I don't actually like do anything. That's my story too. Like, and so, or like, and I have a lot of anxiety. So like, I feel like I have to have all the answers and be super prepared before I can start. And the point is like, you kind of start before you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how you learn how to do it. So now my life is like a giant post because I'm always like, oh, that's good. My husband just laughs at me. We'll be in the car like yesterday. I was like, see, Sean, food matters. And I was like, oh, that's a post. And I'm like, post alert, post alert. He's like, you're an idiot. Anyways. So, anybody else have anything that questions or they're talking to somebody and they don't quite know what to say or anything or objection or anything? So just I can give y'all like just that one word of advice. It's just be in your challenge group, and we all have unique issues, whether it's consistency, whether it's committing to a program and doing it from start to finish, whether that's a 21-day program or a 30-day program or a 60-day program, whether it's drinking our shake every day, or whether it's like social media and just like giving it a whirl, like just trying out this thing for 30 days, you know what I mean? Or whether it's whatever. Like for me, one of my things is perfectionism. And I always feel like, okay, I can't do this until right now, like I don't get to do it perfect. Like I don't get to. And so sometimes I'm sharing like done is better than perfect, you know, or I share the struggle of like right now, I actually just took it off, but I was in what I wore yesterday to church and all day yesterday, what I slept in and what I woke up in and what was spit up on about 6 different times and spit up in my hair that looked like I had some kind of like beachy waves going on, but it wasn't. And I just wanted to be like in the middle of this mess. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's what people want, real. It speaks to them, like, because nobody else has it all together either. And that's kind of the point. We're just working on ourselves and we just want to inspire other people to do the same thing. Carrie, do you have anything going on or questions or comments or concerns? Do you think you want to try running? What you can do is if you're going to want to run your own free group this month, and maybe Carla might want to jump in with you because she's been in some before, like something to advertise or just invite friends to in person or whatever, is that I always tell people if they advertise for one starting on like the 13th and don't get a lot of people, then you can always just add those few people to mine and you can just help me post or help me do tallying points or whatever. Like, because a group doesn't run great if there's only like 3 or 4 people in it. Because sometimes with the free groups, those 3 or 4 people don't really, like maybe one is posting. So I always want my coaches to have successful groups and do what I can. So although I encourage everybody to run their own and to like I said in my team call, just post it wherever you need to post it or invite whoever you need to invite. Like I'm going to be inviting like 15 people today and 15 people tomorrow and 15 people on Wednesday to this group. I make one new invite every month or I use an old one and all I do is personalize that first sentence or 2 and I change their name and that's it. And it's a numbers game, you guys. So the more people invite, you're bound to get 1 or 2 people from each of those 15 or maybe more because it's a free group. And then sometimes I've had them tank and I just say, okay, I'm not willing to accept no, that I have to have a group, like I have to build my business in month. So I ask them all to invite a friend in and I say, anybody who invites, I'll enter you into a raffle if you invite at least one person in to get a free shake sample or a free energize sample or whatever. And sometimes I, post it in garage sale sites or wherever as a free group if it's okay. Or anybody that gave me a financial objection in the past, I send them a personal invitation. Anybody that the timing wasn't good for a challenge group before, maybe get them back into. There's so many ways to invite to a free group. And actually, if you tune into last week's National Wake Up Call, she gives you word for word her invite to a free group, like 2 different examples and some awesome tips that I'm going to start doing for even just having a free group that's just ongoing. Carrie, that's probably right up your alley, girl, and I'm going to start doing it too. So I create one every month and I end it. I'm just going to create an ongoing free one. Not necessarily a post every day, but anyway. So listen to last week's National Wake Up Call because it'll help you.
Yeah.
So
I don't have anything going.
Okay.
Question on, but I did need to just kind of figure out when to. I don't know if I'm confident to do my own free group yet, but
yeah, well, and it's not too late because usually I'm advertising like tomorrow night. Because with the free groups, if it's going to kick off on Monday, then you backtrack. You're like, okay, so Saturday is when Sunday they're going to meal prep and get ready. Saturday they're going to grocery shop. Hopefully Friday we're going to like add them into the group. Sometimes I create a group on Thursday. Sometimes I create them in Friday morning. But either way, it's fine. They have the weekend to get prepped and ready. So I usually advertise. Monday night is a great time to advertise, or Sunday night, because honestly, Sunday night posts always go really well for me. I don't know why. But that way you have a couple of days that like if your post bombs, like a lot of times my free group advertisement bombs, I'll be honest, it just doesn't work. It did a little bit at the beginning. But like I said, I refuse to accept no for an answer. So then I just start inviting to it and sending personal advice, talking to friends and family, posting it in other places if it's allowed. You got to check the pin post in those groups for that. But then like it gives me a few days to like mass invite to that group. You know, and as opposed to advertising on Thursday, realizing it didn't work. And now you are scrambling to like invite people and get them in last minute. And then they might feel frazzled and might not feel like they've got time to look over the meal plan and get ready. So, so even if you advertise tonight, Carrie, and if it doesn't, you know, go well, then you can just whatever. And guys, I've seen free group posts that were like literally just a plain backdrop that was like free day group or a picture of themselves holding an apple or holding a weight. People just want to see you. You're building your brand. Like, hey, like it can be simple. Like Rob, you could do something like, you know, I decided that I'm going to get healthier. I joined the challenge group. I started drinking Shakeology and I'm learning all about like how to eat clean and how to work on myself. And I want to know like who wants to join me in a free 5-day group or whatever. We're going to share blank, 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 like a grocery list for the week, a meal plan for the week. Like you can get access to all Beachbodies, whatever. And like I said, or you can do these in person, but I would definitely always advertise on your Facebook page. 99% of your business will end up coming from Facebook. And that's been the case for me. It's just everybody's on social media now. So, okay. Well, I'm going to go get in my workout because nothing is going to stand in my way today of that thing. If everybody it doesn't have any more questions, but if anybody does, feel free to let me know. Okay. And then Carla, Carrie, you moved. But anybody who is close to meet Megan, like I can meet anybody, coffee shop, wherever, if anybody needs some one-on-one time or does better. I'm like a hands-on person. So like when my coach met me at a coffee shop, like 5 months in and I was like, I am not organized. I'm a mess. I don't know what to do. I was just hanging by a thread and like just that little time, it really helped. So, and also like, obviously anyone who's not that close, Zoom call, like I'm here for you guys. So let me know how I can help you. I might have a baby dangling on my boob, but I'm here for you.
I do come back to Georgia once a month. So.
Yes, we need to get together next time for sure. Okay. Well, I am going to hop off then and work out. And it was awesome to see you guys all here. Like I said, Amanda's got her call at 9 p.m. tomorrow night about social media. So if you struggle with that or if you're not really sure, I do think that is the one thing that she really does own when nothing else happens and she's not running team calls and not working her business and not doing power hours. She always stays consistent on social media. And that is the one thing that makes it like, and it still will work if you do that. So that might be something that if you struggle with that, I'm hoping to be on that. And yeah, and I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you next Monday at 12 and on the team page. And I'm here if you need me. And then Rob and Steph, hopefully I'll see you guys a little bit later. We'll have time.
Sounds good.
Okay. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.